implicit wait. Let's transition to a different website to demo the implicit wait. The website is called the internet, and the page is called Dynamically Loaded Page Elements. There are two examples, but we're going to click example 2. The next step is to click start. It's loading, and our test script will wait for hello world. Then verify hello world. Let's go back and copy the URL. In the IDE, let's write our test. Starting with the test annotation, public void test implicit wait. Now, most people add implicit wait in the setup method before loading the page by writing driver.manage.timeouts. Now, at this point is when we see the other dynamic wait statements. Right here is already defaulting to implicit wait, but we also have page load timeout, which is the dynamic wait statement for waiting for the page to load. And we also have script timeout, which is the script timeout, which is the one for JavaScript errors. Let's go ahead and write implicit wait. And with implicit wait, we have the option where we're going to pass in duration.of. And this gives us the options of the time units: days, hours, milliseconds, minutes, nanos, and seconds. But we're going to pass in 5 as the number of seconds. However, we should not mix implicit and explicit wait statements. It will not happen all the time, but combining both dynamic wait statements can cause an unexpected timing problem. If I keep implicit wait in this setup method and run the explicit waits, then they would run together. And we do not want to perform that operation. Therefore, let's comment out implicit wait. And we're going to add implicit wait to the test annotation at the bottom for implicit wait. By writing driver.manage.timeouts.implicit wait. And let's put the duration of seconds on the next line. Bingo. The implicit wait operates like a global dynamic wait statement. Do you see how the driver is located at the beginning? Driver lives for the life of the driver object. That's when we're dealing with implicit wait. It's global because it starts with driver and it lives for the life of the driver object. Therefore, it will wait for every statement that begins with driver. That's why it is dynamic globally. So let's load the page by writing driver.get and paste in the value. That's the implicit wait statement. Now let's go and copy the URL and paste the URL for loading the page. Next step is to click the example 2 link. Let's go back and inspect the link. We see it includes example 2 in the text. So we can easily use the partial link text locator from Selenium to find this element. So let's write driver.findElement by partial link text. And part of the link text is example 2. And we're going to click example 2. After clicking example 2, the next step is to click start. So let's inspect start. And we see it has a value of start, but the parent has an ID value of start with lowercase letters. But the text for the element we need is uppercase letters. So to find it, let's write 2 / div, open and closing square brackets at ID equals start in lowercase letters. But we need the button. So let's write 1 / button. Bingo. We found the element and it is highlighted. So let's copy the value. Then go back and find it by writing driver.findElement by XPath, paste in the value. And the action we need is click from Selenium. At this point, we wait for hello world. So let's go back and inspect hello world when it becomes available. A few seconds, bingo. Hello world. The parent has an ID value of finish. So the one we need is hello world with the text, and it has an H4 tag. So to find this element, we write 2 / div, open and closing square brackets at ID equals 2 single quotes. And within the quotes, we write finish because that is the value. And we found the parent. Now we must find the hello world text by writing 1 / H4, bingo, and we found the element. I'm gonna go ahead and include the text by writing 2 brackets, square brackets, text, parenthesis, equals 2 single quotes, then write hello world, exclamation point. Now we found the text. Copy. In the IDE, we write by hello world equals by XPath, and we paste in the value. String actual message equals driver.findElement, and the element we need is hello world. And we're going to get the text. Bingo. Now we have the method to get the text of the value. Next step is to verify that we have the actual message. Assert equals. We're going to pass in the actual message, and for the expected message, we're going to write hello world with an exclamation point. If the messages do not match, then we say message is not hello world with an exclamation point. And let's also insert a new line. Let's make this test fail by commenting out implicit wait. So to show you how it works when it have implicit wait and when it does not have implicit wait. Comment implicit wait, then run. The test failed as expected because it did not wait for hello world. Let's scroll the console and see if we have an assertion. We see no such element exception. No, it failed because it did not get the text of hello world. So that's why we do not have an assertion error. Now let's remove the comment and run again. This time the test should wait for hello world if 5 seconds was enough. It's waiting, and it's waiting. Bingo, the test passed because it waited for hello world and it passed without a problem.